What's so powerful about the skills that they learn from the Mindfulness and Positivity Project is that it returns them to their authentic selves. As a parent, I got to watch this firsthand when my son was in high school at Cheyenne Mountain and really in a place of worry and anxiety because of some previous trauma. We had 2 deaths by suicide in our immediate family, and I was very worried about him at the time.
I lost my brother and my father both to suicide when I was young. And for the majority of my life, the biggest thing that stemmed from that I would feel in pretty much all areas of my life was a feeling of inadequacy and what if I'm not good enough. I think one of the things I'm most grateful for through the Mindfulness and Positivity Project was that I started understanding how to ask the question of what if I am. My name is Ike Eastburn, and I'm a former Cheyenne High School graduate, and I currently play lacrosse at Illinois Wesleyan University. The truth is that being able to approach your mental health is kind of the same way that we're used to approaching our physical sport on a daily basis, is that it's a practice and it takes strategies and techniques and work, and it's not always going to be easy, and there's going to be days where it feels almost impossible, but the whole thing that you learn as athletes is not to give up. So why would you apply that when you're feeling like that in your mental space? At least that's what I found.
These days, our kiddos are just so caught in a cycle of either living in the past or living in the future. They're either regretting the past or depressed about something that happened or didn't happen the way that it should have, or they're worried, sick about the future and not sure that they can be what they're supposed to be. And neither of those allows them to be who they truly are.
I think one of the things I learned when I was in the Mindfulness and Positivity Project when I was in high school was that seeing all my classmates around me practicing the same things kind of took away that fear that it was like everyone else isn't going through it or they don't understand. I started to be like, wait, everyone else around me is practicing these same things too. They're not doing this just for show. They're doing this for a reason.
Mindfulness and Positivity Project has the ability to restore our kids to themselves again, to give them a sense of agency and a sense of control over a life that feels completely out of control.
If there's one thing I've learned about my experiences in life is that there's a lot of things that are going to be out of my control, but it's not worth wasting time worrying about those things as opposed to taking care of the things that I am in control of. Because if you take inventory of where you're at, especially comparative to the things you may be going through, I think more often than not, you end up finding that you're just where you need to be.
So I'm eternally grateful to the Mindfulness and Positivity Project because I feel like it returned my son to himself and it returned him to me.